Hello, this is Seven Shadows here with a tarot reading for Aries for mid-September 2015. And before I begin, I just want to let you know that this is kind of a new channel. I should be updating every couple weeks, probably 2 times a month with readings. And am available to do private readings if you find these messages helpful and if you'd like more insight specifically for you. And if you would like to check out your rising sign and moon sign video as well, you might find some important information therein. So let's see. I am starting out with a 5-card spread. And yes, mid-month September, so I guess this is like late September through early October, that kind of time frame. Starting out with what's going on for you is the Chariot. The Chariot is coming out reversed, but what this speaks about is movement and gaining control over this new movement in your life in this direction. So this card really screams to me that you're off on some kind of new journey and you're really taking the reins. And the fact that it is reversed and it seems to be a little bit iffy shows that you are having a little bit of difficulty on this, making this new start. Maybe you are starting a new business or moving to a new location and getting those two things coming up. But you're kind of setting out on your own, kind of setting out on this new journey. And it does seem like you have a good idea of your direction and where you're headed, but you're still working on reining in some of your energies and getting everything in gear for this journey and for this to make sure you hit your destination without any glitches, I guess. So the thing about the Chariot is you have to have extreme self-discipline to make the energies of this card work with you. So to support this card in your life, you will need to exercise some real self-discipline. Gain control over your own path, over where you're headed. And with some of the scattering of energies here, I think you're working on your own self-confidence quite a bit and on your own solidarity. And don't let any kind of doubts get you down. I think the goal here, especially with some of the other cards I'll talk about in a minute, is to kind of organize yourself. Get organized, write some to-do lists and accomplish one task at a time. And, make sure that you are, aiming the arrow at your goals. So if you want to hit your mark, you can totally do it, but you are going to have to work a little harder on reining in some of your excess energies and really getting yourself focused on the tasks at hand, which I know can be kind of difficult with the Aries energy sometimes. Being an Aries myself, it takes some organization and some really disciplined focus. So every day, make sure you're on the right path from the time you wake up to whenever you set out your goals to accomplish for this week. So yeah. Another thing about the Chariot, if you have any kind of outside influences trying to kind of shake up your confidence or your power, your personal power, you kind of have to put up blockades against that. You kind of have to keep this focus and keep focused on what you want. Don't let any kind of outside interference have too much of an impact on what you're doing. You can take good advice to heart, but don't let anyone prevent you from getting yourself in gear, getting your head in the game. And I guess this would apply to, I'm seeing it a lot for like career focus. So a lot of you Aries out there have, some of you might have recently left a job or started out on a new path and it's kind of up in the air where you're headed. So yeah, I'll get back to that in a minute because we have some more cards on the same line of thinking here. The next card we have is Judgment. And what the Judgment card speaks about is bringing up your past life events and your past selves, or like older versions of you, things you've been through. They keep coming up for review. So right now, you're kind of going through a point of reviewing your life and letting go of old habits or old things that were holding you back, that are holding you back at the present time. Maybe you learned some lessons in the past and now they're over and you're making peace and moving forward. So it's an extremely powerful card, especially with these new beginnings starting. I think this is a very important piece to the puzzle of you moving forward in line with your dreams and with your ambitions. So it's a very powerful card. It frees up an immense amount of energy that some of these other cards, such as the Chariot reversed here, are showing some blockages, some fear and some doubt, some wondering if you can make it is actually holding you back from some of the things that you do know in your heart where you're headed, and you do kind of know which direction you want to be going, what some of your goals are, but there's a little bit of self-doubt and things from your past you're going to have to look over and make peace with yourself. So, and it can also be about receiving rewards, like karmic rewards for good deeds or negative deeds, gaining. Whenever I read these, like, little spiders keep coming down to play. So yeah, so kind of reaping the benefits of some hard work. I don't know if that's a typical reading with this card, but it's very much like a reconnection with your soul. If you thought you were kind of off track before, it's really starting to come into focus. There's a real finalization of some lessons and some experiences in your life. And yeah, you just have to kind of review them before you can move on. And I think you're already in that process. And through that, you're really regaining an immense personal power. You're remembering, again, that you're the driver of your own fate and your own destiny. And aligning with that is big. And I might jump around and come back to that. The next card we have coming up is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is not always such a peaceful, happy card. It has to do with, usually with fighting some kind of battle or verbal argument. Some kind of argument, some kind of dissonance, and usually coming out the loser in the situation. Or, whether there's a winner or a loser, I'm not sure, but it's like whatever this argument or battle has been, or that you've been going through, it's not doing you any good. It's not leaving you in a better place. In fact, you might have just had to go through some kind of loss, or kind of just take the fall gracefully and walk away. So if this is something that's coming up for you this month, try to take it as heed this warning to kind of stay out of any arguments or situations where you might get dragged into some fight or some kind of drama, because, well, A, it's not there's no real positive outcome coming from that. And B, there are other powerful things going on in your life, and it will just take your focus off of where you're headed. So whether you're right or wrong in the situation, I think you're going to have to kind of just step back. Again, put up your boundaries, put up your walls, just like with the chariot, get yourself in gear. If there's some kind of gossip or arguments going on around you, it's a good idea to just keep your sense of self and not get yourself into any situation that you might not be able to get out of. I'm seeing this as having happened in the past for some of you, and it's left you feeling like a sore loser or like a kind of a victim mentality and kind of mistrustful of other people around you in general. Might be a specific person, but it's kind of affecting your outlook in general. So you're kind of skeptical when you look around you at the world. And that can be a positive thing when you're trying to avoid conflicts. But at the same time, it kind of, that worry and that regrets, I think that's part of what judgment is coming up here to heal. You're taking a look at some of that and moving forward. So whatever this battle was, whatever this argument, or could be some kind of like breakup, someone close to you who like might have stabbed you in the back or something, or just people like taking a bite out of you, and one way or another it's kind of affected your ability to move forward. So it's important to kind of try to separate yourself from the situation and take a look at what you still have despite what you've lost. Focus on your inner self. Whatever you've lost, you can regain. Whatever you've lost, you're on the road to creating something wonderful for yourself here. So don't get bogged down mentally. Don't let your mental energy mull over this too much. You do want to delve into healing this issue or these multiple issues, maybe. But in doing so, you need to kind of release those past hurts. Maybe forgiving somebody, or, maybe not, but at least forgiving yourself, or accepting the wounded parts of yourself and letting them know it's okay, they're acknowledged, and that you are just refinding your power, refinding your purpose and your power, and knowing that you're supported by higher forces, even though you face some difficult situations. Because there are a few major arcana cards here, and it's like showing me that it's a really big time for you. So yeah, next up you have the Wheel of Fortune. And this is a really wonderful card, and what this is telling me, especially coming after some of these issues that you're trying to let go of, this control that you're trying to gather for this momentum in your life, things are changing rapidly around you. These are both big cards of change. Card number 10, card number 20. Oh, sorry. Card number 7 and card number 10. Judgment is 20. But yeah, these are both cards of change. And the Wheel of Fortune can represent, again, like some good karma coming to you, some results of good karma, rewards that just kind of fall into your lap, seemingly out of the blue, and really kind of a higher power reaching in and giving you some good luck. This comes up a lot with good luck. It's also very connected to like the webs of fate and how things are fated, like what kind of meaning is brought to your life, a higher meaning that you might not be able to decipher right off the bat. You'll kind of look back on, or maybe as it's happening you recognize how important this is. And this card can also represent like a moving up to a whole new cycle. So you're starting usually on the high point of a cycle. You're like coming into a time of benefits. So yeah, it's also a very, very big time for the world as a whole. And this card certainly reflects this. You can see the worlds reflected several times here. Spiraling up a level. There's this whole kind of ascension process going on, and I'll speak about that a little bit more. It's kind of complicated stuff, but whatever meaning you can pull out of that right now. Yeah, keep in mind this huge ascension process is going on, and if you've been put through some tests and battles and put through the fire, it's really trying to get you on a level where you're stepping up, where you're ready to move forward with the rest of the world and these huge changes. So, take these battles in stride and know that they're going somewhere amazing. Um, keep your inner power and your inner confidence and realize that there are really incredible things happening, and for you to be in the right alignment with that will involve letting go of the past and some hard work, but that's ultimately where you want to be, and the rewards are going to be immense, and they're just going to kind of fall in front of you like a surprise. This card can be seen as like someone winning the lottery. Sometimes it can be like, just sudden good luck, sudden changes as well. So you could be going through a lot of changes in life. So try to let go of uncertainty and just go with the flow. These changes, I'm seeing that some of you might be moving or in the process of planning a move to somewhere new. Some of you might be moving up in your job or career to a higher level. Some of you are starting off on a whole new career path and just kind of on a whim or a hope and a dream that it'll work out for you. And this is more in tune with your higher power and your higher purpose. So do have faith in yourself. Do have faith in the process and in the world. And fate is being woven around you as you're going. So yeah, right now is a really crucial time to kind of stay on top of things, because things are really moving right now for you, especially for you, Aries. And the last card we have coming up is the Princess of Pentacles. And this has been coming up quite a bit for a lot of signs this month. This card reminds me very much of the Virgo energy. It's very connected with Gaia. It can represent a young earth sign female, so usually a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or rising or moon sign maybe. And I'm seeing this more as you, though. This is something you're going through, and this is kind of the person who you're trying to emulate right now. This is the personality that you're needing to emulate. And she's like conscientious, hardworking, caring. She's very in touch with nature, very sensitive to natural cycles, to plants and animals. And as far as her being related to the Virgo energy and to the earth energy, it's very clean and practical and healing. So it might be a very good time with all of these kind of intense energies and changes and reviewing of the past and battles and all that going on. Also, your Aries fire energy. You need some of this like nice, grounded, healing energy going on. And this is in the stars as well. So tune into it and try to bring that into your life. So this might involve cleaning and going out in nature to relax and meditate and listen to the signs and the messages being sent to you. Usually from nature spirits, from any kind of like ceremonial or ritual kind of bonding with the earth, whatever that means to you. If you're hugging a tree or doing a ritual or just like going for a little run, whatever. So yeah, it's a very good time to be kind of simple and clean and clear cut, and also to take kind of a methodical problem solving kind of approach to some of the things you're facing. So I get kind of this chaotic energy, and to bring some order to that, you should try to focus on this lovely Virgo energy. I don't know if just looking at it might help you tune into that. But yeah, this should get organized. Write yourself little lists. Follow through on them. Feel good about each step that you're completing. Like, pat yourself on the back. Each day, make a little bit of progress. And for an overview card, which I like to pull just to kind of summarize and pull everything together, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is very much in line with the Princess energy here. Very much in line with the Pentacle energy. Very down to earth, practical, hardworking, again. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this is a sign of apprenticeship or craftsmanship. And so you're working very diligently on your craft, whatever that might be, your craft or your trade, or this new business, or whatever work you're involved in. It can also be, getting all the education you need. But it tends to be very like hands-on work, and often for like an artist or apprentice or someone trying to master these skills or start their business, it's kind of solitary work. So, I think that's some of what's going on with the Chariot. You're trying to start on this new journey, taking control of your life, taking the reins of your life and running with it. And to do that, you're kind of, you have to have this great self-discipline. And it's a wonderful thing. So work on that each day and congratulate yourself when you are disciplining yourself and taking all these necessary steps. Because no one can take these steps but you. It's like no one can really motivate you but you. You just have to get out there and do it. And try to let go of any fears and doubts you might have based on, if you've failed in the past, if things haven't worked out for you yet. This journey is going to take you somewhere very special. I do believe. So, yeah, tune into whatever guidance you're receiving in that sense too. Again, connect with nature, see whether these cycles are in line with the natural flow of things, whether this job or career or path, if it's in line with your heart and it's in line with the earth and the world, and also this big changing cycles, changing of the guard or whatever that's happening on earth, this whole realignment and reworking of all the systems of the earth, you might be working towards a place that doesn't quite exist yet. So keep tuning in to what is needed and keep working diligently and with passion, with faith, because this is leading up to something big. It is going to be successful if you put in the work here. And let's see, just to compare, this was your difficult card for this reading. Dealing with current battles or people putting you down, arguments, disputes, and having to cut your losses. So you have some emotional turmoil and some mental turmoil coming out of that. If you, dedicate yourself to this hands-on work as even a therapeutic way to let out some of that energy in a productive sense, so you're not burning your own energy and your own mind away without being productive. And also, going through that release process is going to help you to really feel inspired and motivated to work every day and to get dedicated and passionate about what you're doing. So do be sure to take the time you need to let go of the past and be kind of reborn. Judgment here is about being reborn. Maybe not as much as some other cards. There's a lot of kind of rebirth cards. But yeah, you have 3 major arcana cards popping up. This is like a really important and meaningful time for you, Aries. Letting go of the past and going with some big, huge, new, revolutionary changes. The spinning of the wheel of the earth. So, letting go of the past, letting go of some of your patterns of self-doubt or anything that hasn't been working for you is going to put you right on the right seat on this wheel of fortune. So you can't really get on unless you've made peace with the past. At least with your past. You don't necessarily have to have good feelings about everything that's happened to you or anyone who's done you wrong. But you do need to make peace with your own journey and with yourself and with the higher powers who are trying to get you up to this new level and have a little bit of faith to keep on going and to be your best and do your best, regardless of any fears you might have. Because they'll only get in your way, and at some point it will make more sense. Once you're going through this new phase of your journey, it'll start to make more sense, I believe. So yeah, I hope that reading was helpful for you, Aries. And please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel for more updates on tarot, astrology, and other topics of interest. And yeah, also if you'd like to check out my website, I do personal readings and healing sessions of various kinds, so please check that out if you're interested. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of September. Peace, love.